Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica Season 1, Episode 8. So, Sayaka hurt me last episode. It's very sad that, and I gotta give props to the show, because I feel like or not any other, but a less good anime would have had this drama between Madoka and Sayaka, with Sayaka being angry at Madoka for at least an episode, maybe two, and like the cliche thing would be like something happens that brings them both together again, and they kind of like get over it, right? But no, instead it's more about Sayaka, you know, thinking inward on herself and what she's become and how that makes her feel, and on top of that being thrusted into a little bit of a cliche of like, oh, I like the same boy that you like kind of thing. But like crazy that uh just out of the blue like that, Hitomi is just like, hey, I like this boy, so I think you might like him too, so I'm giving you 24 hours, so figure out what you want to do. But Hitomi has no idea what Sayaka is going through in the background because she's not partial to all of this, so it really makes me wonder, like, is some of this influenced by the wish? Is it really that these wishes go bad, or is it just that, just because you wished for him to be better doesn't mean, he's gonna be yours, right? So, yeah, we're gonna have to watch more and find out. And then Sayaka, obviously, by the end of the episode, seems to have either turned her emotions off, or or not emotions, but like feeling and pain and stuff like that off, or I don't know, or she's just like suppressing it a lot in the moment or something. So, yeah. It's she had that crazy in her at the end, which is a little scary. But yeah, we're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah. Jam. Oh. Is this normal? When he beat a witch? Damn, the healing very quickly. I know that's like her thing, but I wonder how quickly in comparison the others heal. Oh wow. Hmm. Damn. Oh shit. Oh. She's just transforming back. Oh. Why is she just how much work she put in, or hmm. Damn. Poor Sayaka, man. Feel so bad for her. And it's like all this is coming from a selfless wish, you know? Obviously there might have been a little selfishness in that wish, but she still did this to save that poor kid from not being able to pursue his dreams for the rest of his life, you know? What did what did Kyoko have in her mouth in the opening? It almost looked like, I don't know. In a way, it looked kind of like smoke, but I know it wasn't smoke. I don't know what the hell it was. I mean, knowing Kyoko is some kind of food, but it looked like a piece of plastic just like flapping out of her mouth. Maybe I saw it wrong. Hmm. Is this a bus stop they're at? Sorry, I am paying attention, but I was just thinking how cool it is. Damn. Don't think of yourself that way. Wow, that line. Holy shit. Damn. What? I feel like normally. Hmm. What the heck? I mean, I know Sayaka is suffering in her own way, but kind of messed up. Damn. I feel like she probably didn't really mean. Yeah. It's kind of like what the mom was saying about making mistakes, right? Ooh, she didn't take the seed, so did she is she building up a little bit of bad? Where are they? Hmm. Shit. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hmm. What? Huh. Fascinating. What does she know and what is Cube talking about? Wow. Ooh, that's not good. That like creepy chandelier or whatever in the background, like going back and forth like a freaking, I don't know. It reminds me of like the blades in games you have to dodge between or something, like about to cut you. Oh shit. She gonna confess her feelings? Hmm. Damn. That's not good. What was up with that? What? What was up with that swing? Oh, she's watching this. Oh no. I wonder. Hmm. To be honest, there was a look on Hitomi's face that made me feel like she was being turned down. Oh no. What is. Is this like her fighting off the tainted part of her soul gem? Like within her mind or something? Or was she just fighting another witch just now? Did we just cut? Oh. Oh, that was a familiar, okay. Interesting how they stand up. Hmm. Well, that seems foolish. What happens if you fully corrupt, I wonder? I mean, do you turn into a witch? Did they say that already? Hmm. Oh shit. Hmm. Damn. Is Madoka here? Oh, Kyoko. Interesting. Honestly, Kyoko was my first thought, and then I was like, I don't know why she'd be here, but Kyoko turning into kind of a good person. Did she just drop a grenade out of her shield? What? Oh, seemed like a flash grenade. Yo, what the fuck? That's a thing? Hmm. Jesus, dude. Oh my god. What? Hmm. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Saika, no. Shit. God damn. Oh, she's just out looking everywhere for her. Oh, frickin' Cube. Hmm. Even for a wish? Jeez. Unimaginable power. Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh my god. They are hyping that shit up. Oh my god. No. That's kind of sad to think about. Jeez. Oh. Mm-hmm. Really? Uh-oh. Hello? She just shot her! Or shot him. Oh my god. Why does she care so much about Madoka? Why? Who are you, Akemi? Somehow there's something about her that is... Somehow I feel like she knows. Yeah. 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 Did Akemi's wish somehow make... Oh my god. I have a theory. Did Akemi's wish somehow make Madoka forget about her? Oh my god. Spares. Interesting. Is Cube like a magical... Oh, gross. Oh, second time. Whoa. Time manipulation. Oh my god, what? What the fuck is happening? Incubator. Huh. She's always eating. Glad she's not killing everyone, it seems like. Damn. Goddamn. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. No, Sayaka! Come on. Goddamn. Okay. What? Yeah. I mean, I kind of speculated that, but if you get too tainted, you become a witch. Maybe they even said it too. I'm sorry. I can't remember. Sometimes I think of what something is, and I forget whether, like, I theorized it or whether they actually said it. I mean, if I wrote it in my notes, I may have done that, but, um, I just wrote down tainted soul gem. Interesting. Damn. Yeah, I have a. That's. Dude, I don't even know, man. This episode. What the fuck? Like, I got the feeling, whether it was last episode or the episode before, I had this feeling that Madoka might become a magical girl to try to save Sayaka, right? Like make her wish be that, but also now I don't know which Kyubey meant. Like Kyubey talked about the level of power that Madoka would have if she became a magical girl. But she said, would I have the power to save Sayaka? Hold on, actually. That is it, guys, for episode 8. But yeah, so Madoka said, like, would I have the power to save Sayaka? And Kyubey said, yeah, you easily, like, you'd easily be able to do it. Now, does that mean her wish could be to save Sayaka? Or does that mean her wish could be something else, and then she would then have this unimaginable power, and that power could be used to save Sayaka? I'm not sure. But at this point, I don't even know if Kyubey is telling the truth. Like, with what Kyubey is saying, I mean, I believe that she would be a very strong magical girl, but I wonder if Kyubey's sugarcoating like her ability to save Sayaka and everything just to try to like convince her to become one. I'm not sure. But wow, alright, just like the meltdown of Sayaka lashing out at Madoka, you know, it reminds me once again of the conversation between Madoka and her mother of like, you know, making mistakes when you're young kind of thing. That was kind of one of the mistakes. She even ran away and immediately realized that she shouldn't have said the things that she did. Um, but that was a rough scene to watch because it made me like not hate Sayaka because I understand she's going through a lot of shit right now, but like those are the kind of things that I actively in my life, if I'm like in a bad mood, I try to tell myself to just stay quiet because I've been in bad moods before and have, you know, obviously she's going through something that I can't even imagine what that must feel like, but I've been in bad moods where I've wanted to like lash out at people around me, but I usually try to tell myself like, no, don't do it, you know, you'll just regret it later kind of thing. But also they're young and more susceptible to, you know, just verbally releasing their emotions without thinking about that stuff because once again, they might not have made those mistakes, kind of like how the mom said. But but yeah. So, man. Um we also have the whole like her soul gem getting tainted faster than normal, and we had Akemi trying to help her, but you know, basically it's all for Madoka, so Madoka doesn't get hurt. It's not because she's trying to help Sayaka, but still, I wonder if it's the influence of the taint on her soul gem that is causing her not to like think rationally, if that makes sense. I don't know, because even if Akemi isn't doing it for her, she's doing it for Madoka, it still doesn't mean that what Akemi's trying to do to help her isn't gonna help her, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's still pretty clear that she should be like cleaning off her soul gem. That she said like I don't want to take anything from these witches. I'm gonna be a different kind of magical girl. Like, do you think you can just break the rules like that and not have like repercussions? I don't know. It's I know she's like grieving in her own way and stuff like that, but at some point like she's gonna cause more of a problem for this world than she even fixed potentially, you know? But yeah. Anyway. But man, just the whole talk about that unimaginable power and become like a god, and that was insane. Just and Cube saying like, I don't even know why you have so much latent power as you do, or like what you're like capable of and everything. That's pretty crazy. But then just Akemi coming out of nowhere right when she was about to. Once again, we have another moment in this show where it felt like Madoka's about to take this deal, and then something stops her in the very end. You know, like between like different characters being in trouble and she's like close to doing it, and then someone else comes in and saves them. You know, it's like but yeah, I mean, obviously, big time vibes. I mean, it pretty much got revealed for the most part. We don't know the entirety of it, but of Akemi being time manipulation being something that she can do, and from a different timeline. So she like either jumped, you know, if it's like world lines like Steins Gate, where she jumped forward or backward, or just jumped sideways, you know. But it might be backwards because it seems like whatever is happening, she's trying to stop it from happening again. I'm not sure, but either way, we got to figure that out. But it seems like whatever timeline she's from, she was friends with Madoka, and because of that, something happened to Madoka in that timeline, and she is coming here. It seems like to try and prevent it from happening. Now, is it possible that the Walpurgis is like what Madoka became? Like, it seems like this very powerful thing that Akemi wants to defeat, right? Like, is it possible that something goes wrong with Madoka in another timeline, becomes the Walpurgis, and now maybe the Walpurgis uh what's it called? Can like travel through these timelines too, and is like maybe destroying different timelines. I don't know. Just a spitball theory. The other theory I have for the Walpurgis is more simply so that in the timeline that Akemi is from, Madoka might have became a magical girl and then died to the Walpurgis. That's how Akemi knows when the Walpurgis is going to show up, because she's from a different timeline, or she might be from the future, so she knows exactly the time, date, and location of when it's gonna appear, and all that, and maybe that's why she's here, is to try to stop, you know, Madoka from becoming a magical girl, so she doesn't fight the Walpurgis and die to it, and all that. So I don't know, but also calling Cube incubator is really interesting too, because we saw, now when I hear incubator, the first thing I think of is like, you know, you put chicken eggs in an incubator to help them stay warm and hatch, right? Like that's like one way an incubator can be used. Maybe there's other definitions of it and stuff too, but we've seen Cube take these grief seeds and put them inside himself. Is that the incubation? Is Cube somehow doing something? Because I theorize that Cube was either like, you know, refueling them and making like bringing witches back or something, or somehow using those for a purpose. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Cube incubates them and turns them into witches, or are all witches just magical girls turned bad? You know, I don't know. So I'm really curious to see, and that's really also fascinating, because that means if Cube is turning people into magical girls, and then those magical girls turn into witches, it's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? In this conversation about incubators and stuff like that, it's a really funny question. Like why was the first magical girl made if there was no witches to fight, right? Like if there's no threat to combat, then why? And then maybe that first one, after being made, turned into a witch that then needed another magical girl to stop, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm really fascinated by what Cube is, what is going on here, and everything. So crazy. But I'm glad that it seems like Sayaka didn't hurt those guys, at least from what I could tell. But I straight up thought she was turning into a witch, but then at the end there, she was talking to Kyoko, so it seems like maybe she like got close to it but resisted. I don't know. So, but the visuals and everything were crazy this episode, and all that. I loved it. This show's crazy. Really is good. Um Where is that scene of Kyoko? Is it after Madoka is like rolling around in the bed? Maybe not. Or is it before this? I just want to see. I wrote down like what's in Kyoko's mouth during the opening. I guess I could wait and try to look again next episode when I watch it, but I was just curious to try and. Oh, damn it! I went right by it again. Wait, did I go too far? I went too far. What the heck? Okay, here we go. What is that? It's like she has like some like orange thing in her hand, and then it almost looks like a wrapper from it or something in her mouth, just blowing in the wind. I guess maybe it's some kind of Japanese like food or something that I just don't recognize or whatnot. But she's always eating, so I imagine it's some kind of food. Maybe she like pulled the wrapper off with her mouth, and it was like still in her mouth or whatever. I don't know. I saw it and I thought it was really weird. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to go back and look at what the hell's in her mouth in the opening. So anyway, yeah, what a wild episode, and I'm really looking forward to learning more. I just want to watch more. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I think I'd just be retreading what I've kind of already talked about. So I need answers. We have 4 more episodes, and then I think a couple movies. I don't know if the movies are just like bonus stuff or if they're supposed to be like you have to watch the movies if you're watching this, or if it's something where like, is it like Mugen Train from Demon Slayer that's like a major part of the story, or are the movies more like Naruto movies where they're like side stuff that isn't really related to anything else? They just decided to make movies. So either way, I'm probably gonna try to watch them, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in my future reactions. 2 episodes ahead on my Patreon through the early access tier. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later.